Good morning. For now, we will talk about the creative work against the machine's work. This is a list, according to the National Center for Biotechnological Information, of jobs that can be replaced by artificial intelligence for the next years. It involves finances, transportation, education, law, and even marketing. Is your profession one of those? Raise your hand if so. If so, then better prepare to go to school again because you may need to find a new job. And if not, do you believe your profession can be replaced by AI? If you don't believe so, then let me tell you a story that happened to Studio Ghibli. There's a Japanese animation studio called Studio Ghibli, and it makes movies and series, very famous ones, such as My Neighbor Totoro and Spirited Away. And for the past few months, people started to take photographs from themselves and putting on ChatGPT, asking them to make these photos, these pictures, on the Studio Ghibli style. And could you tell me which one of these animations is the ChatGPT generated one? Raise your hand if you think it's the last one. Now raise your hand if you think it's the right one. Well, this one is the Studio Ghibli generated one, and this one is the AI made one. I have a brother. His name is Felipe. He works with graphic design. He works for about 5 years, so he's a specialist. And a graphic designer works with presentations and logos and etc. And one day I wanted to do an experiment. I asked him to give me a logo he had done before. And later I asked ChatGPT to do the logo with the same characteristics of the one before. Rodrigo Negro was his client. He's a psychologist. And it's not because he's my brother, but look at the logo. It's creative, it's conceptual, and there's a lot of thinking behind it. While here we have ChatGPT again, with the common symbol for psychologist. And would you tell me that this logo is a psychologist logo or a job marketing one? And ChatGPT even committed a mistake. He wrote Rodrigo Negro instead of Rodrigo Negro. According to Felipe, this is the creative process of designers to create logos. First, he has the briefing with the consumer to see how the logo will look like. Then he starts making the market research to compare with other existing logos. Then he starts making some brainstorming and mental maps, for later start doing some sketches on the paper, then passing to the computer, creating some options, and finally making a final presentation. And I highlighted the brainstorming and mental maps steps because this is something we all take to our entire lives, and AI cannot reproduce that. This is a designer's sketchbook. A lot of brainstorming, a lot of mental maps, and a lot of creativity. And according to VisaPrint, which is a very famous website about creation and AI, the AI process to create logos is to first receive the command, then consult other existing logos from the internet to take some pieces of each one, and finally making a delivery. According to Forbes, one of the most famous magazines of all times, most specifically the Marco Lacoviello article, which says AI can reproduce some of the human capabilities, but there are certain human skills that AI cannot reproduce, such as leadership, creativity, complex problem solving, and empathy. AI can substitute logical thinking. However, to substitute creativity is still far away. And because of that, we humans can't stop involving the creative production. This connects to the Hayao Miyazaki, the creator of Studio Ghibli, he says, "I will never wish to incorporate this technology into my work at all. I strongly feel that this is an insult to life itself, and we humans are losing faith in ourselves." I believe he's being a little bit radical when he says he will never wish to incorporate technology into his work at all. But as he's an artist, I can understand his feeling and his fear to lose his job to AI. ChatGPT could reproduce the picture that artists make in days, weeks, or even months in one single minute. This is embarrassing. Creativity is further than logic. If we stop involving the creative production, we will adapt to the mediocre work that AI can do. So far, we don't know how it will be in the future if AI will reproduce the creativity of humans. And because of that, we can't stop involving the creative production, because then AI will substitute the creative jobs. Thank you.